Welcome back for another Moose and Adventure. This morning we are rope dropping California Adventure. We're going to see how many of the Genie Plus rides we can do without Genie Plus before the park gets crowded.
I had a few mic issues today, so I'm going to interject this so that this video makes sense. Our criteria with the rope drop this morning was, well, and always, is that it has to be under 15 minutes. If the ride has a line that's longer than 15 minutes, we skip it and we come back to it. Don't waste your rope drop. The first ride we decided to go on was Guardians of the Galaxy. Looking back on it from being today and not yesterday, which is why I'm going to interject this. If I had to do it again, I would go to Web Slingers first and then go back to Guardians of the Galaxy because we have done Web Slingers in the past and it's always a straight walk on, no line, which it was yesterday too. But when you watch the next segment, you'll see why I say to do Guardians of the Galaxy second and not first. But without further ado, here you go, our day at the park.
Crazy enough, it is 8:30. We just got off Guardians of the Galaxy. There is not one person in line. Not even one. Like, it is seriously shorter now. It says 20 minutes. It is not 20 minutes. There is literally, it's walk on right now. Hey, that fare criteria, granted that could change. Maybe next time we do this, Guardians will be longer now. But we are going to go and go see Web Slingers.
Peter Parker.
Hey, what's up? I'm Peter Parker, and here at Web we got access to some pretty awesome tech, like vibranium from Wakanda, or this crazy alien juice stuff. We have pin particles and Stark Tech.
Not doing phenomenally well. Okay, I'm kind of feeling like we're not doing phenomenally well, but we're trying to get in the big rides. A lot of these rides are walk on. Mater's is walk on. I don't know. I haven't seen anything else down there. But so far we've gone on, it's 8:50, so the park's been open for 50 minutes. We've been on Guardians of the Galaxy and the Web Slingers without Lightning Lane, which is a big tip in the morning if you're rope dropping. Don't waste your Lightning Lane because you can walk on or get really low lines. Save that Lightning Lane to later when the crowds show up, and then you can ride some of your favorite rides a second time. We're headed over to Incredicoaster. I have not looked at the app. I don't see what the wait. I don't know what the wait time is. I'll just be surprised. And then we're gonna we will hit. Oh, Toy Story Midway Mania. In the meantime, as long as we're walking by the San Francisco Bridge, I'm gonna show you what it looks like because it looks like it's getting really close to opening. And it's red now. It's still closed, obviously, I guess. It really does not happen all that often that I get here for rope drop. But man, when I do, I'm always like, why don't I try harder to make it to rope drop? It's so nice when it's empty and like people aren't rushed yet. It's not hot yet. I really should do this more often. Totally in luck. And Incredicoaster looks super crazy short. So next up, Incredicoaster. Totally not complaining, but kind of funny. While we were waiting in line, they actually opened up the other side, and now it is absolutely totally completely walk on. But we only waited for like 5 minutes anyway, so not a big deal. Okay, so far so good. We have done Guardians of the Galaxy, Incredicoaster, Spider-Man, all without Genie Plus. It's 9:15. Park's been open for an hour and 15 minutes. So Toy Story Midway Mania is closed, so we're going to have to come back to that later. Inside Out ride is walk on, but I want to try to go to Goofy's Sky School and hopefully hit Soaring Over the World before it starts to get crowded, and then I'm going to come back around and do some of these other ones like Silly Symphony Swings is walk on right now. But I think some of those attractions usually take a little bit longer before those get super crowded. So next stop or next thing we're gonna try is Goofy Sky School, and I'm hoping that Toy Story Midway Mania is gonna get opened again before lots of people come, because I'd like to circle back around and go on Toy Story Midway Mania. Not only because it's usually historically really long, but also because it happens to be my very favorite ride in California Adventure. Well, Drat Cat Goofy Sky School is. Most of these Grizzly Rapid rafts are going empty or just with one or two people. It is that not crowded yet. And it's already hot. And this is why I can't go on the ride, is that it spins and spins and spins. And legit, this is the fourth raft we've seen with literally nobody on it. That is crazy. Man, I'd forgotten that they're renovating Soarin' Over the World. So we will not be doing that today. And right now, there are quite a few rides down that we wanted to go on. Forgot to charge my mic last night, so I'm gonna hold it to make sure it keeps staying on. We're actually gonna do something that we don't ever do. Since the 3 rides that we wanted are not currently operating, Soaring Over the World, Toy Story Midway Mania, and Goofy Sky School, we just looked at the app. Cars Radiator Springs ride is 45 minutes. That's actually not a long wait at all for Cars. So we're gonna head over to the Cars ride. We might go on Mater's and Luigi on the way. I have not decided, but we're gonna go take advantage of a somewhat short line for Cars. Again, normally that's not what I do for a rope drop, but I'm going to today just because other attractions are down. What time is it? It is 10:30. We're not doing so bad. That should, in theory, not 10:30. It's only 9:30. So we're really not doing bad. And now we can go knock out Cars too. And with the exception of those other rides, we'll have a lot of the big major attractions done well before noon. And Oogie Boogie Bash is getting ready and all set up. We just spotted bats. This is going to be our first glimpse of Cars Land 2. I'm really curious to see what they have up in there, because that is where they do the majority of the decorating inside of California Adventure. There is actually a lot of Halloween up in Cars Land. So we probably should not have come on Cars ride, but we've only been online for 27 minutes. It's not hot in line. They've got big fans going, got their misters going. It's really quite pleasant right now. But we probably should have been patient and waited for Goofy Sky School or Toy Story Midway Mania to open up, because they are now open and they're only a 5-minute line. So I'm crossing my fingers that when we get off of Radiator Springs Racers, that will still be a short line. And I still might not end up regretting this choice, because it's still probably a lot shorter now than it will be later on today. But who's to say? My actual favorite timing on this ride is right before the park closes. I like to go to World of Color Show and then jet over here, because the line is usually really, really short because there's no lightning lane. However, the drawback with doing that is that sometimes, quite frequently, Radiator Springs tends to break down. So if this is like your ride or die, pun intended, ride that you want to do, maybe don't do that, because there's always a chance that at the end of the night it could be broken down and not operating. That's how I usually like to do it, because I don't like lines. But so far this line really has not been bad. It's been basically continuously moving. So no complaints, I suppose, even though it was a little bit disappointing that things didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Like I said, cross my fingers that when we get back off of this ride, Midway Mania will still be short, and Goofy Sky School will also still be walk-on.
Whoa! Slow down. You're not racing yet.
Love the the Halloween is out. Can you see it behind me? Kind of, yeah. Super cool. Actually, I'll turn this around so you can see it as we walk down the street. So fun. I love that it's decorated. When we got in line, the cast member at the entrance was saying that it was going to be an hour for Radiator Springs racers, and only ended up being 41 minutes. That is not a bad line at all. I totally would not pay for that lightning lane for that. However, that being said, there was not a whole lot, I don't think, coming in through lightning lane, because that also changes how long that line is. It fluctuates depending on how many people at the lightning lane, because they have priority over the regular line. But not a bad line. It was awesome. So glad they did it. Kind of actually glad now that, well, sort of glad the Midway Mania and Goofy Sky School looked down, because I probably wouldn't have gone had they not been. Midway Mania is back now. It's saying 40 minutes, which is not a bad line for that. Goofy Sky School is saying 10, I believe, right? Is saying 10. I'm going to look and see what Mater's is, because that's one of my very favorites. No. I'm going to be strong. Raiders is saying 5 minutes, but I did in fact say that I was going to do. That doesn't have lightning lane. I don't think. Does Raiders have lightning lane? Or Genie Plus? No, I don't think so. So I'm actually going to stay focused, keep my little ADHD brain. Actually, I've never been really diagnosed. My kids tease me that I've always got like squirrel moments going on. But anyways, I'm going to stay focused. We're going to go to Goofy Sky School because that does have lightning lane. And Mater's isn't typically super long. So if you ever go there and it's a long line, don't go on it because it should not be a long line. Same with Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid really fluctuates. Again, that's another one that if it's a long lane, skip it and come back when it's not, because we can usually walk on that, especially the later in the day it gets. Hey, you gotta see just how empty this is. I keep thinking it's later than it is because we got here so early in the day. It's only 10:30. We've done quite a bit for being only 10:30, that it's not crowded like at all. Little Mermaid is still walk on, Mater's is still walk on. Here at Goofy Sky School, if it's really only 10 minutes, is walk on. This has been a phenomenal day. The biggest disappointment so far today has been that things didn't work out quite as planned because there were some ride closures. That happens, and that's part of, sometimes you just have to be flexible because, again, stuff happens. But I'm fairly happy with the way this day has gone so far. Can't complain. And that being said, it's kind of hot and humid today, but even that, it's not that bad.
Now it's saying 25. They just updated the line. I guess we'll still. Well, I don't know. Should we wait or should we take advantage of all the short lines still?
That wait time was exactly spot on. It said 25 minutes when we got in line. It was in fact 25 minutes. We have changed plans slightly. My original plan was to go on Little Mermaid after that ride because I'm hot. I think that's the biggest drawback with that line is there's not a lot of covers. They have a fan in there, but it doesn't really hit you until you're right up to about ready to get on the line. And the sun beats down on you. It's a little bit covered, but there's like no breeze going through there. So that line is hot. Keep that in mind before you go on it. Definitely fill up your water bottle. So, like I was saying, we were going to go on Little Mermaid because Little Mermaid is still like under 10 minutes to get on it. However, and then we were going to dip to Toy Story because Toy Story Midway Mania is now saying 25 minutes. That is incredibly short. And it is 11:10. We found out, we were looking at the app, we found out that Oswald is out today and he is on Buena Vista Street. Been dying to see Oswald. The only one and only other time I've seen him out, we tried to go catch him and he was going off stage for the day. So we are going to go see Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And then we shall go hit Toy Story Midway Mania. After we've done that, with the exception of Grizzly Rapid Runs, because Grizzly Rapid River Run, which I can't do because it spins, and Soarin' because it's closed right now for renovation, we will have hit every single one of the major rides. That's not bad, considering we've done it all before noon. All Hooray! Mission accomplished. We saw Oswald finally. Oh, thank you. My bag was open. We should probably shut that because we had the autograph book out. But we finally got to see Oswald. That was awesome. Only drawback with seeing Oswald was that he was at the very, very front of the park, like right by where you exit. And Toy Story Midway Mania is like back as far as you can possibly go in the park. But that's okay. It was totally and completely, absolutely 100 times worth it. So now we're going to go hit Toy Story Midway Mania. It is almost 11:30. I think we're doing pretty okay for ourselves today, especially considering we got on the Radiator Springs Racer ride, which I was not anticipating going on at all.
Step right up and take a rolling ride from Harry and Genie.
That did not go quite as planned. It's 11:45. I think we're going to end our day, or end this video at least, because we're at that point in the day where the park is starting to get pretty crowded. We may try to hit Little Mermaid on the way out. Depends if it's still walk on or not. We were in line for Midway Mania, and it broke down again. So apparently that little window that it was open was while we were seeing Oswald, and I wouldn't change that. I'm so glad that we went and saw Oswald. That not only is it down, but they cleared the entire line, which means that it's probably going to be a while. That being said, we still did quite a bit. We did Guardians, Web Slingers. I can't even think of what we did. Gibby Sky School. We saw Oswald. Help me out here, Hannah. What else did we do? I can't even think right now. We saw Joy. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. Oh, we went on Radiator Springs Racer. Totally wasn't thinking we'd get from that. Am I missing some? I don't know. We hit the major ones with the exception, or the ones that are most popular with the Genie Plus. Now, in hindsight, knowing the Midway Mania was going to break, we should have gone on Maters, which we could still circle back around and do. Some of those that just had walk-ons, but we really wanted to see if we could hit the big major rides today. And we accomplished that, like I said, with the exception of, what's it called? Soaring Over the World being closed and Toy Story Midway Mania being closed the majority of the morning. It did not go the way we planned. I was expecting to walk on to, Gibby Sky School, Midway Mania in the morning, and with them being down, that kind of messed up how things went. But overall, it was still okay. I'm a little bit disappointed that, we still got to do quite a bit. It's 11:45, almost noon. It is getting crazy warm. This is the part of the day that if I were going to stay, I would go see PhilharMagic.
My mic stopped working and cut off the end of my video, but it was super, super crazy hot. This point of the day is when, if you are close enough and staying at a hotel, go to the hotel, go swimming, relax. If you're not and you're at the parks, go to some of those indoor attractions because it was crazy, crazy hot, like the PhilharMagic, the Art of Animation. Go and sit in the shade and eat for a while because otherwise you're going to be drained and you're not going to be able to do anything else. After that, after you've rested, relaxed, whatever, around like 4 o'clock, I'd say go back, finish up the rides that you didn't do earlier because you'll be feeling great. Go see World of Color, and it's a great day, and you will have seen absolutely everything in the park. Thanks for joining me for this music adventure. Make sure you like it and subscribe to it so you don't miss anything, especially with Halloween coming up, and I'll see you real soon.